I think all of my favorite memories revolve around sports. My brother lettered in football, basketball, and baseball, just like my dad did. And he started playing when he was very young. My dad was a little league coach, and we spent a lot of time at the JC field, well, 55. And I didn't really watch the games back then. I was playing. And one time I was playing tag with some people, and we had an old Pepsi Cola sign as a base, and it was metal, and it had a little corner turned over, and I hit that thing and it was wet, and of course I was barefoot, and I sliced my foot open. And that was my first trip to the Apex Hospital. A lot of people don't even know that we had a hospital, but it was at 55, and it was on the corner of 55, near Balcom. And that was my first stitches also, but I spent a lot of time on at the football field, at the baseball field, basketball court. I don't think my parents ever missed a game he played, and we would even go to all the away games. And it was fun because we had a pretty big car, and they would take as many of my friends as we could get into that car. So it was whoever asked first, and their parents would let them go. But I think all of my favorite memories revolve around sports in Apex because everybody was at all the games. It was a big deal. I think one of the biggest memories I have that was important was when they built the new high school. They decided to rezone some of the Cary students to come to Apex. And it was a big brouhaha because the Cary parents said, our kids aren't going to the Apex schools. The Apex parent says, we don't want the Cary kids to come to our school, and they fought it. They both fought it tooth and nail. They lost. Those students came to Apex, and they became Apex Cougars right away. It mixed beautifully. There was never us and them, and I mean, I met some of my best friends that year, that first year, and we're still friends today. But I think it was a really big deal in the whole town because they were going to be invading us. They were not invading us, they were just helping us grow. They were bringing in some of the new cultures that Apex didn't have. But it was an important time, and it made a big impression on me that the parents didn't win that fight, and I'm glad they didn't. So that was in 1978, and it was a big deal because it changed Apex High School forever. And again, it gave me my best friend for life. What makes Apex home to me is pretty much what I think everybody says, and it's the people. Growing up here, everybody knew everybody. I couldn't walk down the street without somebody calling me Bonnie Sue, which is my mother's name, or Tommy Yeargan's little sister. Nobody knew my name, but they knew who I belonged to. My dad used to go to Spain's restaurant every morning, Saturday morning, and find out what everybody did on Friday night. So if you did something you weren't supposed to do, your parents found out about it at Spain's restaurant. And I think that knowing all those people and having them involved in my life was a big deal. And I love all of the new people that have moved here. I've met so many amazing people in the past 20, 30 years. And they enhance our town. They actually, it's a great addition. I think it's a good combination, but I will always say it's the people that make Apex Apex. My hopes for Apex potential is that the locals, like me, will embrace all of the growth, all of the new things. Change is hard, but it's inevitable and it's important, and I think the town is doing a great job of controlling that growth and getting people's opinions. They get a lot of input from the people that live here, and I think that's important. Sometimes it might raise a few flags for some people, but you can't please everybody all the time, and I think that the town has done well to grow. I remember when there was nothing going on downtown. It was sad. Places were closing up. Some of the shops were boarded up. And when people started moving in and opening new businesses, it came back to life, and it's thriving. And I love coming down here. I love walking downtown. I love the restaurants. I love that Apex is taking part in Restaurant Week for the first time. That's a big deal, because we've gone to Chapel Hill and we've gone to Raleigh and other places to experience that. So I like all the new things that are happening, and I hope it continues. But I really hope everybody will embrace the change and the growth.